Alright, in this video clip I'm going to show you how to use a hand press. A hand press is a great tool for setting snaps or for setting grommets, and in this particular video I'm going to show you how to set grommets with a hand press. So for grommets, they come in lots of different colors and sizes, and depending on your design you may want a different color. In this case I'm going to set a gold grommet into this fabric. So my first step is to mark where I want to have the grommet go in the fabric, so I just used a disappearing ink pen to do that. I also previously put on a piece of interfacing in the back. This is really important to stabilize the fabric before you punch a hole. So on this particular piece I didn't stabilize it, and this wouldn't be as strong as if you put the interfacing in the back. So put a little bit of interfacing just in the back area where you're going to put the grommet. Your next step is to punch a hole. I usually use an awl. This is a tapered awl. So I punch right from the right side to the wrong side, and then if you just start wiggling the awl, your hole is going to increase in size. So I'm going to continue to wiggle the awl until my hole fits the size of grommet that I'm using. So I'm going to take this piece here, I'm going to slip it in through the hole, and if the hole isn't quite big enough, you want to make it a little bit bigger. Now the trick is to make sure the hole isn't too big. If you end up with a hole that's too big, your grommet will fall right through the fabric instead of being secured into the fabric. So the grommet should fit nice and snug around the fabric. Alright, so that's a great hole. If you're trying to punch a hole into something really thick, such as leather or vinyl, you can buy a separate die for your hand press called a wad die, and this will punch a hole into thicker fabrics. I tend to use just the awl when I'm working with thinner fabrics like this flannelette. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to set the dies into the hand press. So these are the two dies that we need for this particular grommet. Again, depending on the different grommet sizes will depend on the different dies you put into the machine. So that one fits at the bottom, and you can just tighten it until it's no longer moving. And this one here goes into the top. Push it all the way up, and again tighten. Alright, so now we're ready to set the grommet in place. So that's what the grommet looks like from the outside. I'm going to take the smaller piece. The smaller piece is going to go on like this. If you look closely at this piece, it has sort of a bump on one side and an indent on the other side. The indent side goes down against the wrong side of your fabric. Then we're going to carefully place this underneath the hand press. We're holding it in place, and you're going to want to put most of your body weight onto the press, and then you can pull it off, and the front will look like this, and the back will look like this. And this is how you use a hand press to set a grommet.